Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for an absolutely beautiful looking Honda CR-V, and this is a 1.6 SR diesel, finished in black, fitted with quite a few lovely little options on the car. The high level rear spoiler, side steps, proper Honda ones, door protectors, and also the biggest upgrade of all, which is the sat-nav system from the top of the range EX model, incorporating the much bigger parking camera as well. Front of the car, clear lenses, no cracks, no condensation, bumper very clean indeed. Bonnet itself, again, exhibits hardly any stone chips of any note there at all. Near side, passenger side, really smooth in the panel work, lovely and clean. Near side front alloy, absolutely lovely condition, just a tiny little mark on that. Panels are absolutely wonderfully clean. Near side rear alloy, unmarked there. My favourite angle for these CR-Vs with the spoilers is there. I mean, it just looks, it's so subtle, but it just gives the car a real presence. And then come around the back of the car, again, very clean and tidy. Offside the vehicle, the driver's side of the car, again, wonderfully smooth in the panel work. No sort of obvious cracks or sort of dents or marks on the car. There will be, obviously, the odd little like mark here and there. I'm going to go this way because it's sun's out, it's lovely, but it's horrible for doing videos, it's very glary indeed. And then finally, offside front alloy, again, absolutely lovely condition, but it is in superb condition, this car. Let's come into the back of the car now, and so it's such a shame it's so sunny, because I mean, really, it doesn't do justice to how clean it is in here. The back of the car looks as though it's hardly ever been used. What's lovely is it fit with the, again, accessory load liner, so it means the carpets underneath look absolutely as new. It's incredibly clean. So coming into the back, where all the damage occurs on CR-Vs, and this one is in absolutely stunning condition. So this is where the kids sit, and quite often cause a lot of damage to the back of the seats, the carpets and the seats themselves. But that is wonderful. Coming to the front, again, passenger seat on the front there, simply beautiful. So finally come to the driver's door card, and again, apologise again for the shadowing and shade, but the weather is not helping today. But driver's seat again, absolutely fantastic condition. It really doesn't do justice to the car, this video. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section so the dash can be seen illuminated, which looks absolutely as new. Big screen sat nav working perfectly, as is the rear parking camera. I say absolutely stunning condition in here. And then up to the main, oops, there's straighten up, slightly OCD, but there we are. 44,694 miles, no warning lights at all on the car. So finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 SR diesel. This particular car is registered LL63KOX. Mileage at the start of the road test is 44,689 miles. The reason we do these videos is very simple indeed. It's basically because we want anyone that's looking at any of our cars online in our adverts to actually see the cars advertised actually in operation. We know to our cost just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look perfectly good in the photographs and the description given, but only to get there and find out when you drive it it's got a fundamental issue that crops up. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take customers on actually. So the reason for it is obvious, it's so this will be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, being a wonderfully looked after vehicle of course, and it feels like it straight away. Engine starts absolutely instantly and settles to completely smooth, even idle. Temperature gauge running at third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on this type of car. No warning lights displayed at all relating to the engine or any other part of the vehicle. The engines are, as I say, all the 1.6 diesel videos, I mean, it is a brilliant diesel engine in every single way. Because not only is it typical of Honda in the sense that it's very reliable and incredibly long lasting, but it's also just a lovely engine to use day in, day out. It's smooth and quiet, it's got plenty of get up and go, it really pulls hard, and does so with refinement as well. But it also achieves really amazing fuel economy in what I refer to as the real world of motoring, not static tests or laboratory tests, or in the hands, worse still, of oops, Daisy, that's a big old truck, I'm going to go back, the motoring press, who absolutely give hopeless fuel economy figures because they drive them incredibly hard. I don't normally get a lorry of this size coming down this lane, so I'm just going to tuck myself in here out of the way. But as I said, I've had numerous of these 1.6s and found them, as I say, incredibly easy to get very good economy figures out of them. Engine then feeds through into the, obviously, clutch and gearbox. Clutch of the car, absolutely perfect. Bite point, exactly where it's meant to be, and lovely and smooth in the pedal travel as well. Gearbox, 6-speed box, perfectly positioned gear lever. Elbow sits on this leather pad, elbow rest if you like, or arm rest, but then your hand just falls naturally to exactly the right point, so your movements are very small with the gear lever. It's wonderfully tight and quick action, much more kind of sporty than you'd expect for this type of car, and miles better than the vast majority of the horrible sort of loose feeling, lifeless things you get in most cars. And this feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. It's absolutely superb. Steering on the car, winding through these corners, really nice because it's very nicely weighted. It makes the car feel nice and secure on the road, but it's accurate. It said it's not sporty, far from it, but what it isn't is kind of slow and vague. Again, like so many of this type of car, but it just feels great in hand to drive. It also shows no vibrations coming through the right up to the legal limit, so all nice and good there. Suspension on the car, again, with the steering, like this corner, you just turn, minimum movement, really good body control. It's quite a yumpy, horrible, bouncy corner, that one, and yet the car goes through unflustered, but still gives you a very comfortable ride as well. They're very good long distance cars for families, and that's what it's set up for, a mixture of family use and solo use, and it does very well at all of those. Honda know this market very well, of course. The CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world, and you can see why. What I'm also looking out for on road tests, by the way, is any kind of nasty sort of clattering or clonking noises coming from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't actually be there. But there's nothing at all. It's all silent in that respect. Just going to swing around here. Do is give the brakes a little bit of a shove while there's no one directly behind me. Hold on to everything. Put really good brake pedal on the car, so much so it makes the hazard lights come on for people behind, so you know you're braking hard. But they bite really well. What I'm looking for on these road tests is just I don't want to feel any kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, and there's none at all. So all in fine fettle indeed. It's coming inside the car, and I apologise again because it's it is a lovely day today, but it's not very good for doing videos. So much so that inside it makes everything look a bit bright and shiny. These are lovely cars to sit in and drive. They're beautifully put together as well. I mean, no squeaks, no rattles at all from the interior. Absolutely superbly made cars. But as I said, a great place to sit. You've got really good visibility, massive wing mirrors on the car, so you just get a really good feel for everything that's going on around you, forward and back and sideways. dash design is really well laid out. It's, you know, a day or so in these cars and you've mastered everything. As you know from the walk around video, this is quite a rare model with the upgraded sat nav, or the EX model sat nav, all working perfectly, as you can see. Likewise, the air conditioning's got a dual zone system, so you can have slightly different temperatures side to side, and that's pumping out absolutely ice cold air, and it's quite a nice warm day today. Switches have that lovely quality of actuation that Honda do so well, slightly rubbery but very precise. It's very satisfying to press the buttons, which is good for someone as nerdy as me. Obviously with the SRs you get the heated seats down here, again all working exactly as they should. Directly in front we've got a nice simple binnacle, giving you nice legible, easy to read information, not too much of it. It doesn't kind of overpower you. You've just got the normal gauges that you want, nicely laid out, and a little information pod in the middle of it. Then steering wheel, small in diameter, feels absolutely brand new to hold. I mean, the interior, as I say in the walk around video, it's just an absolutely stunning condition in here. It really is a beautifully looked after car, this one. And you know, as I said, you know, the video, it's only brief, but it's here to show the car in operation. But I can find nothing on it. I've owned, as I said, numerous of these. Been selling Hondas for nearly 30 years, independently and at the main Honda dealership where we used to work in Bristol. So we know the cars well, and I know a really good one, and this is a really, really good one. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call.